MetPro gives you the ability to understand your own metabolism, understand how you metabolize food, and may change the way you eat, but is not a diet. So I have a daughter who's in Africa, and she's teaching in the Peace Corps. We decided to go visit her. And during that process, we thought we'd do some of the tourist things. One of the things happened to be flying to a private game preserve in South Africa on a small plane. In reading the instructions about going on the small plane, it said if you're over 220 pounds, then you are required to buy a second seat. I'm 6'5", and at the time I was 240 pounds. And I thought, well, I'm pretty sure it's for width, not for height. I don't want to show up and have them put me on a scale and tell me you have to buy a second seat. I'm not going to be that guy. It made sense to me. I needed something to keep score. I needed some motivation, and so that was it. During this process, I skied 84 days. So I'm a very active person. I ride my bike, I ride my Peloton, I do all these things. I also didn't really pay attention to what I ate. I very much just ate whatever I wanted and ate when I wanted. MetPro helped me with that process of understanding what I should be eating and when I should be eating. It was interesting because people would say, oh, you're on a diet. I said, no, I'm not on a diet. I'm changing my diet. What I need is to understand how my body processes food. And so to me, it was really starting out about that. And it wasn't, I was really quite surprised because she had me eating 5 times a day, not 3 times a day. During that process, I was eating carbs and I was eating fat and all these things that, you hear about on TV and you hear about from your friends. Oh, I can't eat carbs. You can't eat you gotta eat this. And I'm like, I'm eating all of it. But what I found, it was a balance. It was really just a balance. So understanding, carbs, good carbs, bad carbs, how your body processes them and things like that. So, and watching how Dallas would work with me to change what I ate to accommodate those things and how that the impact would be a day or 2 days or 3 days later. And she could almost predict what was going to happen, which was amazing to me. She would say, okay, you're going to go up a little bit and then you're going to go down. Yeah, I saw 2 to 3 pounds a week just kind of come off. I don't know where they went. They just came off. People always say, oh, you're on a diet again. I'm like, no, I'm not on a diet because I'm not hungry. Like I said, I'm eating 5 times a day. I was snacking on chairlift rides, eating, cheese and apples and beef jerky and all sorts of things. But it's funny because I quickly got to 220. And then I just said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going to an ideal weight. I've always felt my ideal weight's kind of the 215 range. This is where I feel comfortable in my skin. And so I kept going and I actually got down to 213, 212. And then I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm good I'm good. And now I want to maintain it. So I hit that target probably a month before I actually got to Africa or went to Africa. And then went to Africa, came back and hopped on a scale. I hadn't been on a scale in a month and found out that I was up 1 pound from when I left. Just because I was able to understand meals, understand what I should eat, understand how much I should eat, really provide that balance in nutrition. I would say try MetPro, and again, not a diet. It's just it's a lifestyle.